French Fried Trains Minecraft Train Tutorial. Today, we're going to be building these Long Island Railroad MTA M7 rail cars here. And these come as a married pair with a cab on each end. And as usual, you can copy in as many of these as you want on your train. So let's get right into the build now. So as you can see here, the tracks are slightly different. Because these are EMUs, I've actually added the third rail for the electricity pickup here, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So our first step here is going to be to take out, polish black stone stairs, and we're going to put 3 of them across the bottom middle. Then we're going to put a polished black stone slab on the upper hitbox of each side here. Then 5 polished andesite across the top, a dark oak slab in the middle, and on either side of the bottom, a spruce fence gate. And actually this slab is wrong, it needs to be on the upper hitbox of the bottom block. So you'll have to crouch to place it. Then, above that, on the middle, we're going to put 3 polished black stone walls. Then we're going to swing around behind it here, and on either side of the bottom, we're going to put a polished black stone slab. Then, up in here, above each rail at the front, we're going to put a sideways dark oak fence gate on each rail here. So one here, one here. Then right behind those, a set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. Then behind that, a 3x4 of polished black stone block. Then another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. Then 2 sideways dark oak fence gates behind these wheels. Then here and here, an upside down polished deep slate stair. Turn around and upside down stairs facing this way on this side. On the sides, 2 polished deep slate slabs on the bottom middle of the truck. Then, directly behind these fence gates here, we're going to make 2 rows of 3 polished black stone blocks on the middle above the rails. Then on the upper hitbox of each side of that, we're going to put 2 red nether brick slabs. Behind this, 3 polished deep slate walls in the middle. Then we're going to do 2 rows that are 5 wide of lodestone. Behind that, 3 polished deep slate walls in the middle again. Then we're going to take out chiseled deep slate, and we're going to make it 5 wide and 4 long. Then we're going to put 4 birch buttons on each side of this chiseled deep slate. Then 3 polished deep slate walls in the center behind this. And now we're going to do a 3x5 of lodestone here. And we're going to put 5 outward facing blast furnaces on each side of it here. Then come behind this, and we're going to put 2 sideways dark oak fence gates on either side, leaving the middle open. Then behind this, a set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle. Then a 3x4 of polished blackstone, and another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. Put a sideways dark oak fence gate on the back of each wheel. Then behind this fence gate here, we need to leave a space of 3. So I'm just putting 3 blocks down to make sure I measured it right. Then we'll do another sideways dark oak fence gate at this end of it. Then we can take out those 3 blocks I used for measurement. Then in front of this fence gate, another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. And put another fence gate on this wheel. Behind this, a 3x4 of polished blackstone again. And another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. Then a sideways dark oak fence gate on each wheel back here. Then, right behind these fence gates, we're going to do a 3x5 of lodestone right up the middle. Then we're going to put 5 outward facing blast furnaces on each side of it. Behind that, 3 polished deep slate walls in the center. Then we're going to do 5 wide by 4 long of chiseled deep slate. Then we'll put 4 birch buttons on each side of this. Behind that, 3 polished deep slate walls in the center again. Then we're going to do 2 rows of lodestone that are 5 wide. Then 3 polished deep slate walls in the center again. Then 2 rows of 3 polished blackstone and 2 red nether brick slabs on the upper hitbox of each side. Then behind this, we're going to put 2 sideways dark oak fence gates on each side, leaving the middle open. Behind that, a set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. Then a 3x4 of polished blackstone. Then another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. Then a sideways dark oak fence gate on either side of the end. Then here and here, upside down polished deep slate stairs, and facing this way at this end. Then 2 polished deep slate slabs on the bottom hitbox of each side. Then we're going to come through and put a hopper in front of all 4 of the wheels. And we got to repeat it for these trucks up here. So we'll put hoppers on all of these wheels for this truck. Then upside down stairs at each end of it. Then 2 slabs on the lower hitbox of each side. And we have to repeat it for this truck here. So hoppers on all these wheels. Upside down stairs at each end. 2 slabs across the bottom middle. And then same thing over here. Then we need to come to the very front one, and we need to get hoppers on all of these wheels. Then here and here, another dark oak fence gate on each outside edge. Then we need to come in between these trucks and crouch, and a dark oak fence gate on each outside edge here and here, and here and here. Then same thing, a fence gate on each outside edge here and here. Then on the very back here, 3 polished blackstone stairs on this bottom middle. Then a polished blackstone slab on the upper hitbox of each side. Then a dark oak slab on the upper hitbox in the middle here. Then 5 polished andesite across this top. Then we're going to put a spruce fence gate on each bottom outside edge. And then we're going to grab polished blackstone walls, 3 of them on this top middle. Come behind here, and we're going to put a polished blackstone slab on each side like this. Now, come on the sides of the truck, in the middle, a grindstone towards the inner edge of the car, and a crimson fence next to it. Same thing over here. Repeat the process here, grindstone on the inner edge, crimson fence. Then we do the next truck, grindstone here, crimson fence. And one more truck to go up here. Grindstone here, crimson fence, same thing on the other side. Then we're going to do our 3rd rail pickups. So here and here, we're going to put a crimson trapdoor. Same thing here and here. Same thing here and here. And here and here. Then we'll do it on the other side, but since there's no rail on this side, I'm going to have the 3rd rail shoes folded up. So we're just going to close crimson trapdoors on the sides of the stairs on each of the 4 trucks. Then we're going to take out polish andesite on this top outside edge here and start bringing it back. one block past the fence gates here. And then same thing on this side, one block past the fence gates, leaving this middle block open. And then bring it down to this end. Then we'll do the exact same thing on the other side. And we got to leave this middle block open here so that there's an open space in the center. Then bring it all the way to the front on this side. Now we'll come inside here and we're going to start filling this middle 3 in here with cyan terracotta and bringing it down to the other end. We're going to stop one block before the end of this gap here, and we're going to grab light gray concrete, 3 light gray concrete here. Then, in the center of this here, a dark oak slab, then 3 light gray concrete again, and then fill the rest of this to the other end with cyan terracotta. Now we'll come and work on the end here. On here, 2 yellow concrete on each side, door in the center. 2 black stained glass coming up on each side of the door, 2 polished andesite on each outside edge. Then on the outer edges up here, a black banner on either side. Then black concrete above the door and 3 on the top middle. And we'll repeat it at this end. So 2 yellow concrete on each side, a door in the center, 2 black stained glass on either side of the door, 2 polished andesite on each outside edge, black banner on each side, black concrete above the door, 3 black concrete on the top middle. Now we'll swing behind this here, and on the bottom outside edge behind this, we're going to do a full single layer of polished andesite coming back. We leave this middle gap open and do the same thing on the back half. Then we'll come over to this side and do the same thing over here. And same thing, make sure we leave this middle gap open and then bring it to this end here. Then we'll come over here and start working on the sides. Up here, a column of 2 polished andesite. Then knock out this one, put in a door. Come over and around it with polished andesite. Behind this, 2 polished andesite, then black stained glass pane, polished andesite above it, and a 2x2 of polished andesite behind it. Behind that, another door, up and over with polished andesite. Then we're going to make 6 2-block long windows with a polished andesite between them here. Then we'll fill these 6 windows with black stained glass pane. Then come on top and a full line of polished andesite to the end of this. Then behind this, knock out this one, put in another door, up and over it, polished andesite. Then behind that, another column of 2 polished andesite, then a black stained glass pane, polish andesite above it, and bring it down to the end of the car. Then we'll do the second half, 2x2 of polished andesite, then a black stained glass pane, polish andesite above it, and a 2x2 on the other side of it. Then knock out this one, put in a door, up and over with polished andesite. Then again, we're going to do 6 2-block long windows with a polished andesite between them. Then we'll come through and fill all 6 of those with black stained glass panes. Then we'll come down the top of this with polished andesite. Then knock out this one, put in a door. Then up and over it with polished andesite, another 2 polished andesite in front of it, then a stained glass pane, 2x2 of polished andesite, one above the window. Knock out this one, put in a door, and up and over it with polished andesite. Then we're going to come over to this side, and first we're going to copy in all of our doors directly across from the other side. Then we'll take out black stained glass pane and we'll copy all of our windows directly across from the other side. And then finally, we'll go through this whole side and copy all of our polished andesite in from the other side. Now come inside here where this middle gap is, and we need to get an iron trap door in this middle gap. Then we're going to put a door on either side of it. Then we'll surround both of these doors to the top with light gray concrete. Just like that. Now we'll come down and do the control cab. Right in front of this first window on the side, we're going to use quartz bricks to frame in a doorway. And then put a door in it. Then up in here, we're going to put a smooth stone slab on either side behind this yellow concrete. On one side, a glow item frame with an end crystal, and on the other side, a lever. Turn around, put seats on each side, and then 2 torches up here. And then we have to do the same thing for the other cab. So come down here, right in front of this first window, frame in a door with quartz brick, put a door in there, come in here, smooth stone slab on either side, end crystal on an item frame, lever here, 2 stairs here and here, torches here and here. Now we'll come up inside here, and on either side of this next set of doors here, we're going to put a diorite wall on the bottom and 2 iron bars on the top on all 4 corners on each side of the doors. Then we'll come back to these back doors and do the same thing. So diorite wall on all 4 corners on bottom, and then 2 iron bars above each of them. Now this back car is going to be slightly different. Back here, we're going to put the walls on the front of the door with 2 iron bars above them, but we're going to leave behind the door on this front door open. Then at the back of this one, we do all 4 corners again, the same way. Then we're going to come back up to the front car, and we're going to take out warped stairs for seats. Put 2 facing this way here and here. Then we're going to face them this way with a gap of space between them coming up each side until we've reached the middle. Then turn around and start from the other end and do the same thing because the seats actually face each other here. Then back here, 1 here and here. Turn around, 1 here and here. Then same thing, here and here, turn around here and here. Now this back car actually has a bathroom, so we're going to put 3 quartz brick here, 3 here. Then an end portal right there for the toilet, and a door. Then we're going to use an iron door for the wall, put that like this. Come down here, crouch, put a white banner on the iron door to block the window. Then 2 quartz bricks above it. Then turn this way right here, and start putting a stair with a gap of space between it, and then behind the bathroom, do the other side. When you get to the middle, turn around and start from this end, because the seats back here also face each other. Then back here, 1 here and here. Then we're gonna light this, so we're gonna take end rods, and on this top middle, we're gonna come right up the center of both cars, end to end with end rods. Once that's done, we're going to come on the front here on top and take out black stone stairs. We're going to put one facing outward here, one on this side. Then we'll do the same thing at the other end. One here, one here. Then behind it, we're going to do a full row of outward facing polished andesite stairs coming down the length of the car. Skip this middle gap, do the same thing on the second car. And once that's done, of course, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Then we're going to come up on this middle here, fill it 3 wide with stone brick blocks. And we're going to bring that back till it's 7 blocks long. Then up here, take polished deep slate slabs, and we're going to make a pattern like this. Then we're going to fill the rest of this section with iron trapdoors to the back of it. Now we repeat the process down here. So a 3x7 of stone brick blocks up here. Then make our pattern of 4 polished deep slate slabs up here. And fill the rest of this section with iron trapdoors. Then we're going to take out stone blocks and fill the rest of this 3 wide with stone blocks. And we'll bring that to the other end. When we get right here, we stop, leave the middle gap open, and then fill the roof of the second car 3 wide with stone. Now we're going to start detailing. So we're going to come above this very first door with a birch sign. And I put the wrong number on this one. It should be 7040. I fix it later. In front of this, we put a soul torch. Then we're going to hit the sign with black dye and a glow ink sac. Then we're going to move back here in front of this door. Next to it, we're going to do a sign and we're going to type Long Island Railroad. Just like that. Then we got to grab some blue dye here, and we're going to hit that sign with blue dye and a glow ink sac. Above it, we're going to do a red stone torch. Then on the other side of the door, a crimson button. Come down here next to this door. On this side, a crimson button. On this side, another birch sign with Long Island Railroad. Hit that with blue dye, glow ink sac, and a red stone torch above it. Then we'll move down to the next car here. Same thing, right next to this door. Crimson button on this side. On the other side, a sign with Long Island Railroad. Then hit it with blue dye and a glow ink sac, and a red stone torch goes above the sign. Then we'll come down to the next door, and we're doing the same thing here. Crimson button on the side of the door, the other side a sign with Long Island Railroad. Hit the sign with blue dye and a glow ink sac, above it a red stone torch. And here's where I realized I made the mistake in my numbering on that other end. So I came back down to fix the number up here. Like I said, this number should be 7040 above that door here. Then I hit it with a glow ink sac and black dye. Then we can come back to where we were. Above above this door, we're going to do the same thing, a sign with 7040, black dye in a glow ink sac, and a soul torch in front of it. And now that we know the pattern of all these torches and signs, we're going to come all the way down the other side and do the same thing on the other side. Now we'll detail the ends of the cars here. So we're going to take glow item frames, one on either side of this yellow concrete, one on the top middle, and under this top one, a dark oak sign with 7040. Hit that sign with white dye in a glow ink sac. Then we'll come down and do the same thing at this end. So a glow item frame on either side of the yellow concrete, one on the top middle, under it a dark oak sign with 7040, hit it with white dye and a glow ink sac here. Now we need to make some banners. So we're going to come into a loom with a yellow banner here and red dye. We're going to make the top half red, switch to black dye, put a black border around it, and then a horizontal in the middle. Then we're going to do a black banner in yellow dye. We're going to put a horizontal on top and bottom, switch to black dye, and put a black border around it. The red and yellow ones go on the bottoms here, and we're going to turn them so the red is on the outside. Then the black and yellow one goes on the top and turn it sideways. Then of course, we're going to repeat the process at the other end. So come up here, this one goes up here sideways, then the red and yellow one goes on each side, and we got to turn them so the red's on the outside. Just like that. Now we're going to take out polished black stone brick wall in this middle gap. Starting on the sides here, we're going to do a column of 4 coming up 1 block from the outside edge. Then we'll do the same thing on this side. Start right here, a column of 4 coming up, and then we come across the top above this door. And there we have it, folks. We've completed our Long Island Railroad MTA M7 railcars here. Now what you need to do next is use the structure command to copy in or build as many of these cars as you want on your train. They do string these together in longer trains. I forgot to do it for the video here, but you can put on as many cars as you want on your train. So this completes the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the build. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone, have a great week. Stay safe out there, rail fans.